the New England Patriots might finally be turning a corner when it comes to their wide receiver situation. And honestly, that's something worth talking about. After what felt like years of mediocrity, misfires in the draft, and underwhelming production, there's a different energy surrounding this group right now. You can sense it in training camp updates, in the way fans are starting to talk again with a little more hope, and in how this coaching staff is going about building something that feels more sustainable, more purposeful. It's not just about athleticism anymore. It's about building a unit that reflects what the Patriots have always been about: discipline, accountability, and culture. Now, one thing that really stands out with this year's approach is the emphasis on character. You're not just seeing guys being evaluated based on 40-yard dash times or vertical jumps. You're seeing a front office that clearly did its homework on leadership, personality, and locker room impact. That's especially evident with this year's rookie class. A bunch of these guys were captains in college. That's not by accident. The team wants high character players who lead by example and aren't afraid to put in the work when no one's watching. But even with all this progress, there's always a little drama that sneaks in. Take Kyle Williams, for instance. Some fans were pretty vocal about feeling like he was being overlooked. His name didn't come up in certain conversations, and it sparked a little debate. Why wasn't he getting more attention? Sometimes people tend to overanalyze these things, break it down into a million parts, and miss the bigger picture. So yeah, there's been some noise, but there's also been a lot of digging into who this guy really is. And when you start looking at what he's about, both on and off the field, it's hard not to get excited. His background in college football, his leadership qualities, and the way he's navigated this era of NIL and individual branding, it all paints a picture of someone who hasn't forgotten the importance of team. In today's game, where the focus is often on maximizing personal gain, especially at skill positions like wide receiver, it's refreshing to see someone who still believes in loyalty, in doing things the right way, and sticking by your teammates even when it would be easier to look out for yourself. Case in point, last December, when a lot of college players were sitting out of bowl games to prepare for the draft and protect their draft stock, this guy made the call to suit up and play. He knew it might not be the smartest business decision, but he believed it was the right move for his team and for the culture they were trying to build. That speaks volumes. When everyone around you is chasing money or individual accolades and you still decide to show up, compete, and lead from the front, that says everything you need to know about a player's heart. And we're not just talking about showing up. He balled out in that game. 10 catches, 172 yards, a touchdown, and that's with a backup quarterback who had just transferred in. They lost the game, sure, but the way he played, that showed a lot. It showed the kind of mentality that helps build winning programs. Syracuse wasn't exactly a powerhouse last season, but they came to play. And that whole game ended up being a showcase of grit, passion, and what it means to play for more than just yourself. That's the kind of foundation the Patriots need right now. A reset, a reestablishment of what matters, not just splash plays or viral highlights, but commitment. And the more you watch this kid's film, the clearer it becomes. He's got something special, not just as a player, but as a tone setter. As someone who walks into a room and raises the standard just by how he carries himself. And while we're on the topic of guys who are poised to make some noise, let's talk about this left tackle who's been quietly turning heads. There's a lot of buzz around him being the player with the biggest potential impact this season. And that's saying something considering how much attention is on the wide receivers right now. But there's another name, another receiver who's not getting enough love and might just be the breakout star of this offense. With a quarterback who knows how to spread the ball around, this guy has a chance to shine in ways people aren't even expecting. Versatility is the word. He can line up inside, outside, come in motion, take screens, win deep. He's got all the tools. And if you're into fantasy football, especially dynasty formats, you'd be smart to stash this guy now, before the rest of the world catches on. I already added him to my practice squad. He's sitting there waiting, and the minute he starts flashing, he's going straight to the active roster. No hesitation. He's got that it factor, and I'm betting big on him this season. The energy in that wide receiver room is completely different right now. You can feel it. There's a mix of hunger and determination that just wasn't there last year. And part of that comes from bringing in new guys who aren't afraid to compete. One player in particular, when he first arrived, I'll admit I had my doubts. A lot of us did. He wasn't the obvious choice. His track record was a bit inconsistent. And during a rebuild, when every spot matters, it didn't seem like he fit the puzzle. But now, I'm starting to see what the coaches saw. He brings a spark. He brings leadership. He brings confidence. And yeah, he brings a little drama too, but sometimes that's not a bad thing. It forces guys to step up, to match the intensity, because if you're not bringing your best, you're not going to keep up. He made it clear the moment he walked in that this wasn't just about him. This was about pushing the group forward. There's a real sense of competition in that room now. Guys know that nothing is guaranteed. Last year's performance doesn't mean anything this year. If you're not elevating, you're getting left behind. And for a young team, especially at receiver, that mindset is everything. Too many players last season showed flashes but couldn't sustain it. This year they're being challenged. There's accountability now. That's why I think this group could surprise a lot of people. You've got Stephon Diggs and Kyle Williams setting the tone, establishing what the standard should be. You've got M. Hollins coming in, hungry to prove that he still belongs and that he can be a contributor. And you've got younger guys like Pop Douglas and Kayshon Boutte who are right on the edge of breaking through. Boutte especially. He's got the name. He's got the physical tools. And if he can just stay consistent, he's going to make things interesting. And let's not forget about the guys at the bottom of the depth chart. Every year, there's someone who comes out of nowhere and makes the roster. Someone who nobody expected. And when you've got a quarterback like this who can make plays on the run, who isn't afraid to take shots downfield, that opens our door for someone to step into the spotlight. Last year, Pop Douglas emerged as a surprise weapon. He was reliable, made some clutch plays, and showed that he can handle the spotlight. This year, the expectations are even higher. People are talking about him like he could be the top target in this offense. And that's not crazy, especially in the red zone, where Hunter Henry is probably going to continue to be a safety blanket. But there's room for someone else to dominate, and if Josh McDaniels really leans into this new offensive identity, there's a chance for a big leap in production across the board. The memories of last year's missed opportunities are still fresh, though. This team left a lot of points on the field. The red zone struggles were real. But imagine a scenario where Diggs and Williams are dominating on the outside, Pop Douglas is carving up the middle, and guys like Hollins and Boutte are filling in the gaps. That's a receiving core with real depth and real potential. And then there's the offensive line. Let's be honest. That group was a mess last season. A lot of people blame the receivers, but when your quarterback doesn't have time to throw, it doesn't matter who you have out wide. Jacoby Brissett couldn't find a rhythm, and the offense suffered. Now, with Drake May stepping in, you've got someone with better pocket presence, more mobility, and just a better feel for how to navigate pressure. That's going to help everyone, especially the receivers. So when people ask me who I'm most excited to see this year, I can't name just one guy. Because it's not just about individual talent anymore. It's about how all these pieces are coming together. The competition is real. The energy is back. And for the first time in a long time, it feels like the Patriots might actually have something brewing at wide receiver. There's a lot riding on this group. Legacies are on the line. Jobs are on the line. And as we head into training camp, the one thing that's clear is this. If you're not ready to compete, you're going to get left behind. The standard has been raised. The culture is shifting. And if these receivers buy in, this could be the start of something special in New England. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A recent rumor surrounding New England Patriots defensive lineman Christian Barmore has sparked discussions in the NFL world, leaving fans and analysts alike wondering about the future of the promising young player. According to sources close to the situation, Barmore is reportedly unhappy with his current standing within the team and may be looking for an exit strategy, casting a shadow of uncertainty over his relationship with the Patriots. Barmore, drafted by the Patriots in the second round of the 2021 NFL Draft, quickly became one of the most talked about rookies on New England's defense. Known for his powerful presence on the defensive line and disruptive play, he showed flashes of brilliance in his first 2 seasons. However, the 24-year-old The 23-year-old has had his fair share of challenges adjusting to the NFL's high level of competition, with injury setbacks and inconsistent playtime dampening his rise to superstardom. The rumors of his discontent within the organization first surfaced in local reports, where insiders suggested that Barmore has expressed frustration with his role on the team. While the details of these frustrations remain unclear, sources point to a combination of factors, including a lack of clear communication from the coaching staff and a desire for a more prominent role in the defense. These reports have sparked a frenzy among Patriots fans, many of whom are now wondering whether the team's defense will suffer if Barmore is indeed looking for a change of scenery. Patriots head coach Bill Belichick is known for his strict approach to managing players, roles, and maintaining a tight-knit locker room. Under Belichick's system, players often need to prove themselves continually, with competition for playing time fierce. Barmore, despite his raw talent, may be feeling the pressure of this competitive environment, especially as the Patriots' defense evolves. Furthermore, the team has seen changes in their defensive lineup, with several key veterans either leaving or being traded, making Barmore's role all the more crucial. This rumored dissatisfaction comes at a pivotal moment for both Barmore and the Patriots. If the defensive lineman is indeed seeking a trade or release, it could have significant ramifications for the team's defensive strategy moving forward. The Patriots would face the difficult decision of whether to address the situation directly, by offering Barmore a more prominent role or allowing him to pursue a new opportunity elsewhere. However, it's important to note that these are still just rumors at this point, and no official statements from Barmore or the Patriots have confirmed any unrest. The organization may still have plans to work with Barmore to ensure that he remains an integral part of their defense moving forward. As is often the case in the NFL, things can change quickly, and what appears to be a brewing issue today may simply be a fleeting moment in the complex world of professional football. For now, the situation remains fluid, and Patriots fans will have to wait for further developments. Whether Barmore will remain in New England or move on to another team remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, his future in the NFL will continue to be a story worth following closely. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.